Hello. Hello.
Can we add on?
I did not find out, but I will find out. Okay, let's see. Can you scooch over a little bit this way? There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
It's so weird. The lighting is amazing.
Doesn't it look great? What do we do?
I don't know. I feel like I could just it's been forever.
It's been a long time. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to another episode of the LegacyKnitz podcast. My name is Chelsea.
My name is Sue.
I am the daughter mother.
Mother, I had to think of the order, mother, grandmother. I had to think of the order, mother, grandmother.
Yes. And we are the dyeing team behind the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn
Company.
Yeah. Welcome to a traditional style podcast. We haven't done this in a very long time.
Very long time, but we are actually in the same space. Chelsea's been working really hard.
In the same new space.
Yes.
Which you probably will have noticed.
Yes, but it is so nice to finally have a designated podcast spot. It really is, because we can shut the door.
Shut the door. We have great lighting. We have our beautiful yarn surrounding us for inspiration. It feels very official.
It only took us 6 years.
We've only been here for how long?
We're the worst.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But for anyone that doesn't know, we're doing a major regrouping, I don't want to say shift. It's not.
It's more of like a refocusing.
Refocusing on the business.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea is with us right now full-time. Full-time, which is amazing, and the difference it makes. Because I feel like we work at half capacity. Always, because we have to. We have to. But still, I feel like we've done a lot in that mode. But it's so exciting to be shifting the mode a little.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're here. We have so much to share with you about the shop, but we decided we're going to do that at the end. Because we haven't shared our making with you in quite some time. And we have...
Forgot something.
What did you...
I was going to bring down tuxedo. How I was going to... Darn it.
We can pull the... is it not super wash?
Yeah.
We can just pull the colorway from
Okay. All right.
I was thinking your embroidery, because I'm going to show my sewing. Because yes, I have a sewing machine, and I sew now.
She sews. I love that you're doing it, because since you were young, like middle school, is that when you took sewing? Middle school, high school?
Yeah, no, I think that's middle school, where you do like home ec.
And you always just sat down and sewed without a pattern. Like, you really just kind of made
reckless
things up.
Abandon.
Reckless abandon, but good reckless abandon.
Yeah.
Like, because you have the ability to do that. I do not.
Well, let's keep in mind too, I used like consignment denim that I would cut up, or like old clothes. It's not like I was using anything precious.
But you could. And
I could.
You kind of did this time.
I did this time. I'm talking
amazing.
back in middle school.
Yeah, back in middle school. And so you have a real knack for being very uninhibited. You're like
true.
that with all of your making.
It's true.
Which is quite amazing, because I'm not. I am. Well, I say that. I think I can get there as I'm aging more than I could at your age. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I was just I say that. I was a by the book, but I would use my own color.
Well, you also went to art school
where
like
you learn
capital A, capital S, art school.
Yeah, not like a university where I studied art. It was 100% art.
Right. So that was ingrained in you. And I was very much the opposite in that way, where I went to, what do they call that? A liberal arts school. And I focused on art, and I majored in dance, but the art was always just the fringe thing for me.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the thing where I took everything super seriously.
Yes. And it's funny because in my dream world, I would have had you, again, this is not my personality. I'm not going to have anyone do anything.
Yeah.
But if that was my personality, I would have had you focus on art because you're so talented. But the point being, you don't have to go to art school to be an artist. People, I hear that all the time from people. Oh, I'm not an artist. I just like to draw. And they won't allow themselves to think of themselves as artists because they didn't go to art school. But well kept secret, I did not call myself an artist and went to art school until I started this company, till we started this company, is when I reached a point in my life where I actually could embrace it and I didn't have the traditional definition around it. I think the world is full of artists.
I literally think everyone is an artist.
I think everyone is an artist too, and I will just say this out loud. I'm sure I've said it before, but I think formal art training, even art in school, depending on your teacher, can be detrimental.
I think that's the huge key, is depending on
the teacher. It can be detrimental to many, many, many people not thinking they're artistic or artists. Because like you, I don't believe there's a person walking this earth that isn't an artist.
I agree.
So that's public service announcement 1 for the day.
100%.
Haven't you missed
You
this?
are an artist.
You all,
Whether you choose to acknowledge it or not.
Everyone watching this right now is an artist, I can guarantee you, because you're a knitter, you're a stitcher, you're a cook.
Even if you are an accountant who thrives in an Excel worksheet, whatever you excel in and whatever you can find your flow state in, which everyone has a flow state, that is your art. And that's okay.
I need a flow state going right now.
Oh man, I love flow state.
I do too.
When you realize that it's clicked in, it's like,
it's
so
amazing.
Good.
Also, I am such a believer in one of the most amazing arts is keeping your home. Being a homemaker, cooking, cleaning. Yeah. Okay, you all got our point.
You get it, right?
I'm pretty sure we've gone on this rant before. Probably last podcast.
I feel like everyone
they're still talking about that.
We're like, believe in yourself.
Well,
formal training or not, doesn't.
Formal training can kill an artist.
Well, and think about it. All of the greats, like even when it comes to like technology and everything, they didn't graduate college. Some of them didn't even go to college.
I know.
Like,
you just watched The Dropout.
I just watched The Dropout. Although her story, not really one you want to aspire to.
No.
But anyways, okay, we digress.
So we're here.
We are here. So let's just say to any new viewers, welcome. And to all of our returning viewers, welcome back. Thank you for your patience as we've gathered ourselves and slowly started to reacclimate to this.
And it does feel like we never make promises because we do the best we can and with no apologies. But our goal is to, because we're able to be together now about once a month, it looks like it's going to happen. We hope to be able to do this because we did get the message on our last one, which I think was a Twitch recording.
Yeah,
that we posted, our live stream, that you all missed these and we totally understand. Because we miss them. We miss them. We really do.
It's just a totally different dynamic when we're sitting here talking to one another, like even with the Twitch live streams, which I love so much because we get to interact with y'all, but just having these conversations between the two of us is really fun.
It's fun. It's creative. It sparks a lot of like energy. So yeah, it is. But we should kind of explain Twitch because we keep saying the word and everyone's like, what are they talking about?
Yes.
You go with it because you know.
Okay, so Twitch is a streaming platform. It's used largely for gamers, so video gamers that stream their playing or whatever.
Which I don't get at all.
I do and I don't. I just am not a huge video game person, so it doesn't do anything for me. But I understand the affinity for it. But when we go on, or when I go on quite frequently with my Chelsea Makes Patreon channel. But when we go on together, it is basically just a place where you can log in. It's free to sign up and you can just join in on a chat just like this one. We read your comments, we respond. And
I can't join in because I have tried and they keep sending me passwords and they keep...
You mean you can't watch?
I can't do anything. I can't.
It's so funny because Lisa said she was having the same problem.
I can't figure it out.
You should have Justin help you. I bet you
and it's not hard. It's more about my login. I think I'm logged in as Knit24, Sue24. Like I have so many because I keep retrying.
Because it keeps prompting you. Okay.
So now I don't know who I am.
Well, we'll figure that out. But
yes.
that's what that is. If you're interested, I will link everything down below. We'll have extensive show notes as we typically do.
So if you watch that and you're like, how can I be part of that conversation?
Yes.
You have to be a patron of Chelsea Makes.
We've been opening it up a little bit, like through your Instagram following and all of that. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's just kind of a nice way to, you know.
Yeah, because if you follow me on the Knit24 Periscope in the morning, you have access to that, I think. Yeah, so yeah, it's a fun group when I've sat in. We'll have to do it when we're in the same space because I don't know how to do it otherwise.
Maybe we can do it next time you're up in Vermont and we can sit in my new making space there together. Because I don't think you've even seen it all done, have you?
Not 100%. No.
I don't think you've even seen it since furniture has been in.
Yeah, which reminds me, I've got to give you the stuff to wrap your pipes too. I have such good stuff.
That's right.
Every time you leave them, like I forgot that.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, where should we start?
No.
We are a little rusty, so bear with us
Very
as we navigate these rough waters.
I think we should start with, I'm going to start with my finished sweater.
Great. And then I'll go with my sweater that I'm currently working on.
And again, excuse us if I've showed it on the last podcast, but I think it'd be near impossible to have shown. I love this so much.
It is so, you need to get those ends woven in because it is softer than butter. Is this our merino?
It's our non-superwash merino, silver lining, Believe. Is that Believe?
Is it Believe or Blueberry?
Blueberry. I'm glad it's not Believe because I really don't dye Believe anymore. Blueberry, tuxedo, and fox paws.
No, foxtails.
Foxtails.
I am obsessed.
It's the worsted weight, non-superwash. I love our non-superwash.
The merino. So we've slowly started petering out our Highland wool. So we're going to be focusing strictly on the 100% merino wool non-superwash.
And fingering and worsted weight. Just because it's so dreamy. The other is definitely, I love the other. It's very earthy, crunchy, very rough and rugged, but it's not, a lot of people aren't attracted to it. This one is just like, you feel like you are working with butter. You feel like it's the same as a superwash softness.
And spoiler alert, they're our most affordable yarns in the shop.
The most affordable. You're right.
For some reason, non-superwash yarns are not as expensive as a superwash. So,
but the other thing is, and I hesitate with non-superwash for sweaters because it grows.
I thought it doesn't grow if it's non-superwash.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get confused. Superwash grows.
Yes, non-superwash.
I meant that, but I can never get the right words.
I get it.
Ever. So this, I mean, it grows enough to block it. I'd actually like to block it one more time. But it doesn't, as you wear it, like some
continue to
superwash and they don't have as much, I want to say integrity in the structure.
The superwash or the non-superwash?
The superwash. Now, having said that, I have a million and I love them. There's just something about
non-superwash. Well, and that's what I knit my tank tops out of, which I totally forgot about. And I will say you're right because the straps have not grown an inch.
Oh, in those, it's so important. And something where you don't want it to grow, and again, I think it's something as thin as those straps, it's going to grow. So it's the Throwover.
Because it's her pullover version of the throwback cardigan.
Yes. And I thought, I bought the throwback cardigan pattern and I thought there must be directions
to do the, but no.
And I was like, Chelsea, did you just make it up? And you're like, no.
Well, I was like frantic, so I was like, oh no, don't buy it, but you already had.
I already had, and I have, you know me with patterns. I love to support designers so much, and patterns are so inexpensive.
Well, and who knows, you might want to do a cardigan someday.
Absolutely. The day that I decide I'm going to be a steeker, I don't know why.
We're gonna do it. I say it every year that's one of my goals, and it never happens.
It never happens. Andrea Mowry. Did I say that part?
You didn't, but it is an Andrea Mowry pattern.
I love it, love it, love it.
It came out so good.
I'm so excited. I made a lot of sweaters this year.
You did? And it's only April.
I know. Well, no, last year.
Last year, okay.
So I finished the Michelle Wong Gorgeous.
Yes, you did.
Which we've showed on
Charles
here.
Pullover by Michelle Wong.
Charles Pullover with Green Mountain Spinnery. I finished that. I finished 2 Waves of Change jackets.
Yes, you did.
Which I live in. I did it in Edward and Cuppa and are super chunky. You can make them in a week, bulky. I finished those 3 and this one.
Very impressive. Oh, we haven't been able to do that in so long. Yeah. Okay, double whammy. Okay, well, so I totally forgot about my tank tops, which I feel like it leads really nicely in.
Did you bring them? Oh, you do have both.
I have both, yeah. So, this is my Lazy Daisy crop. Beautiful. It is by, oh my gosh, Rachel something. I will put the names on the screens.
Oh my god, I love it so much.
It is the sweetest little project and quick, super quick.
You made them super fast.
Well, they're quick knits. So, and these are the straps that we were talking about. I'm just going to cover your face.
It's okay.
They're little I-cord straps. You can see here. And they haven't grown at all as I've worn it. I've only worn it a handful of times, but... And again, I'm using the non-superwash 100% merino fingering weight base. It is lovely. This is our dry roast colorway. And then what I did here, so for these flowers, she recommends... Oh, my head is cut off.
Great job.
I did my best. I think for the next one I make, I'm going to use DK weight yarn because she does recommend using sport weight for the little flowers so that the embroidery actually like holds. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was so distracted by Winnie's barking.
No, Winnie. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. She's upstairs.
So anyways, what I did is I held the fingering weight double and I used tuxedo for the little flowers. Again, our non-superwash base. This overhead light we might need to try without next time. Slash maybe now. I'm going to try turning this overhead light off.
Turning it off. It might get too dark. Oh yeah, too dark.
Is it? Will the exposure not change? Oh. Is that weird?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's a little too weird. All right, we're turning the lights back on.
Turning them back on. Too bad they don't dim.
I know. Every single light does. Not this one.
Sorry.
So, and then I just found a little yellow variegated mini to use for the centers. And the pattern is so incredibly well written. It gives you a video tutorials for the flowers.
Can I put in my 2 cents?
Yes.
I like the fact that it's fingering weight because it really spreads them out a little.
Fills them.
I think we're going to need men to come get Winnie because she's being really annoying.
Let me text.
Say she's barking at the door. I thought we'd be safe down here. That was so not thinking. Oh my gosh. This space is so nice, you guys. This is our basement. Chelsea did an amazing job.
I used to live in this space.
You did. It's a finished basement. It's a nice, I mean, it needs a freshening up for sure.
I have a fondness for this space for sure. As I was like moving around and moving things around, I was like, oh man, I love this space.
It is a nice space. If there was a bathroom and kitchen in there, this is an apartment.
Yes, certainly.
It would
because there's a living room space here. You could do a bedroom
There's
alcove
a bedroom over there. And no doors, but it's like a studio space.
Yeah, like a studio apartment.
Honestly, I would love to move my entire studio down here. It's getting harder and harder to work in that small space.
It's a very small space.
I honestly, and not to like be like, oh wow, I'm so wonderful, but I don't know how I do it.
I don't either.
I don't know how I do it.
I don't.
Not the amounts of yarn that we pump out.
Right, exactly.
I don't know how I do it. It's very frustrating. Some days I'm very frustrated and other days I'm good with it. The problem is we have space to make it bigger.
That's the thing, is like the potential's right there.
But we don't know how much longer we'll be staying in this space. So it's just too big of a decision. And this space would sell this house. It adds 100%. So much because then you go out there and there's a beautiful pool and it's just a beautiful space. Okay, enough about my
I agree
basement.
With all of it.
I know. Okay, show us your other one.
Okay, so, Justin's on it.
Of course she stopped barking.
Of course
she's probably laying down.
Yep.
Oh, can't win.
Batting her eyelashes at them as I walk through the door. So anyways, I have a project page. I'll link it down below. As you can see, we were talking about blocking with the non-superwash yarns. It's not even that the blocking makes it grow. It makes it just bloom really nicely. Always. And the drape is just really beautiful.
And there's quite a nice little halo on this.
Yep.
It's obviously not fuzzy, but there is a halo.
A teeny bit.
It's so delicate and soft.
And I'll tell you what, it feels like you are naked when you're wearing it. Like literally both of these tank tops, when I have them on, it feels like I'm not wearing anything. I'm so comfortable. It is so cool. So something that I have known about merino wool for a while, but haven't really applied to the knitting world, is that merino wool, you know, in its purest form, will keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Which is why this is the base. If you are looking to knit tank tops, I mean, certainly you can knit them with superwash, and they're totally fine. I plan on knitting myself with superwash. But
I do think I would shorten these, though.
Oh, for superwash, yes.
I think I might do that. I just think it's brilliant that you thought to use it. Like, I remember when you said, oh, I'm making this out of the non-superwash. I was like, really? It's brilliant.
And it's so, I cannot.
Yeah, you wear it a lot. You've already been wearing it a lot.
Yeah, I love it. The only thing I don't love is that you always see the bra straps. You know what I mean? But whatever, it is what it is. When I'm at home, I won't wear a bra. Then
this one's I love the Racerback. Is that what you call it?
Yes,
Racerback.
Razor.
Racerback.
Sorry. So I'm so mad. I wanted to wear this one today, but I didn't bring the right undergarment for it. But this is the Razor.
Oh my God, I love it.
This is the Breeze. This is the Breeze Racerback by Jessie Made Designs.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. I love this. So again, I knit this out of our non-superwash yarns. It is our hydrangea colorway and our espresso bean colorway.
Love them together. Again, wouldn't put them together. It's perfect.
Well, it's what I had, so I just
I know. That's the whole thing about it.
And oh my gosh, it's everything. Did I already say it's not superwash base? I know what I was going to say. The reason I striped it is because the size that I was knitting required just over one skein, and I had some espresso bean left over. I can't remember. Actually, no, I think I skeined up a whole new skein.
That looks more like dry roast. It's espresso bean. No, the hydrangea is really playing with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I do think you're right. I do think it's...
So I just decided to do some striping within the body of it, and then I stopped when I obviously got to the shaping up here. You can see the back.
It applies. It's just perfect.
And again,
I love the back.
Oh my gosh, the blocking, the drape of it. It feels like you're wearing nothing.
You're gonna love those on a summer.
And I'm knitting another one. I'm knitting one out of tuxedo right now because I really need to have two to rotate between.
Yes. You have three though.
Three. Well, no, two Racerbacks.
Oh, because in my head I'm like, are you sure, Sue? Like, calculate.
You know me in numbers.
I know.
You're always right if you question it. So yes, those are my finished objects to share.
I love them.
And again, both of the project pages will be linked below because I don't remember what size. I don't remember needles because they've been off the needles for a while.
Looks like a bigger size needle for sure. It's not
it
tiny.
Is. I want to say it's like a 7.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a bigger.
But oh my gosh, our non-superwash for this, 100% merino wool. I cannot, if you've ever entertained the idea of knitting a tank top, it's an affordable way to try out our non-superwash fingering weight yarn. Like I said, it's the most affordable, and it's just super fun and luxurious. Yes. You won't want to put it down.
No. And because we don't like fill the shop of all the different colors, and say there isn't, the color that you want isn't in there, I'm happy to dye it. Just send us a note. Yeah, Chelsea's pulling them off.
I'm just going to show you kind of a little smattering of what we have.
They're mostly semi-solids. We had a request for a colorway. I did do it. Here. Yeah, I did do it on this. I don't love doing like speckles because it gives a whole different look than on your regular superwash.
So as you're talking about it, I'll show.
So this is Charlie Sue. And what happens is you don't get the speckles.
It really takes the color and it pools it. But in a really unique way.
Yeah, it's super pretty, and who we sent it to really loved it, and I love it, but it's not going to look like the superwash.
No, it's not going to have that defined speckled
Yes,
look.
and it also grays out quite a bit. So do we have a full skein? Oh, here.
Yes, I can grab it.
Chelsea will grab it. What you will see in superwash, I can't believe that dog hasn't barked once.
I wonder if he came in and got her, though. Maybe. There we go.
Yeah, so this one grabs speckles beautifully. That one doesn't.
Is it? Yeah, it is. So you can totally see side by side the difference.
Yeah, so it is a bit of a risk to do it, but I'm happy to. And this person was really happy with it, and
I'm excited. So I think I'm going to
you're going to make one,
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing. And then if I need more than this one skein, I'll find a pairing. So here are some of the non-superwash colorways that we have that you could play around with.
And Kristen is doing this one right now.
Yes.
It's going to look great on her.
It really, yellow looks so good on her.
Yeah. Yeah, so we do have quite a few. I didn't think we did.
We have a good amount of semi-solids.
Oh, we do? Never mind.
Like, there's a lot. And you know what else I think you need to dye in these?
Yeah, the new ones.
I think mint and sage.
Sage, yeah.
So
and
we will
even
have
robin's egg.
And yeah, I think all three of these. So we'll have a few more coming to the shop, but this is the selection that we have right now. And I'm telling you, it is so worth trying it out.
You've loved it. You've loved it.
I can't get enough.
So Stacy of Stress Knits was doing a
Tank You Next.
Tank You
Next. It was hashtag Tank You Next Cal. I'm not sure if it's done or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. So that's what really spurred you guys all on, and oh my gosh.
Yeah, so she did a Lazy Daisy crop.
Yep, I saw that.
She did. I think she started another one too. I can't remember.
I think she started another one. I don't know which one.
Same.
But yeah.
All right, let me just put these back.
Just cleaning up over there.
But it's really easy. It's kind of nice because I'm sure you can hear me.
Yeah.
But you can't see me.
I feel like you're a little Molly-ish right now.
Ooh, I'll take that compliment. Molly messaged me after I posted something saying you're going to record. She was like, I can't wait to watch. Okay.
I know, it's so funny.
So now that I've gotten off of my rant.
Okay. Okay, let's talk big, giant blank. Did you bring down the giant one?
Which one?
The ball.
Oh, sure did.
Oh, good. Okay, show that first. So, okay, let's get a little backstory.
Okay.
The last time Chelsea was home, we went out on a little work shopping spree.
It was a work lunch.
It was
a working lunch.
A working lunch. And we ran into Joanne Fabrics. And you were hysterical. You were like, look it, we need these. Let's go home. We can make one in a night.
I go, well, we'll turn on a movie as if we have any amount of time to sit down and watch a movie together.
Right. And we do, but we go to bed at 8 o'clock.
And that's like a late night.
Yeah. Yeah. Like last night, Dad and I were out till, 8:45? And the house was pretty dark when we got
We
back.
were already in bed.
Our neighbors must be like, do they ever stay up past 7?
It doesn't
But
matter.
we don't go to, we read. We are readers.
Yeah, you go up and you read your book. That's what we do.
Read and relax. And so that's why, that's the main reason I feel like, because we wouldn't during the day, we wouldn't have a chance.
Right.
But at night we would have a chance.
Right.
But she was like, yeah, like, let's do it. And I'm like, okay, let's go through Chick-fil-A and then we'll cast it on in the parking lot for an hour. We'll knit for we didn't take an hour.
I think we did.
Maybe we took an hour.
Well, no, because then we had to run another errand. What did we have to do? We were like, we have to go do this. Don't you remember? Oh, we had to go to the grocery store.
Grocery store. We always have to eat.
Always.
Yeah, we had to. That was the pulled pork nachos night, which,
yes.
Oh my Lord, we need to do that again.
They're pretty good.
Maybe I'll bring some of that with us next week.
Ooh.
Okay, so Chelsea is like a lunatic in the yarn section, like requiring us to buy yarn. And I'm like, wow, big box yarn. Like, okay. And I do enjoy big box yarn.
There is something about it. I've spoken about it recently, I think on Patreon. It's like
it's freeing.
Nostalgia. It's freeing.
Yeah.
It just like releases all your inhibitions because it's just like
inexpensive.
It's very affordable.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, once you get into this like deep into the knitting world and the indie dyeing world,
Yes.
you forget that those options are available. At least I had lost that perspective.
Well, I don't think we would lose that perspective if we weren't yarn dyers. It's a whole different world when you're a yarn dyer, because truly we can use whatever we want. We're very lucky in that sense. And it's the same now with being a fabric dyer for the cross-stitch world. I feel like my whole world is like, I can make anything I want now. Because it's expensive.
It is expensive.
It's really expensive and it's hard to get.
Yes.
Same with yarn.
Yes.
So yeah, so you were like desperate for us to buy something.
Why was that?
You were just desperate.
I was like on a tear.
And I will say, I went back, and either the experience isn't as fun without you, or they didn't have anything good. Although I did get yarn for those prayer shawls.
Yeah.
That's why I go to big box stores, is because I do make prayer shawls for a group, and that's typically what you use. Not necessarily, I mean, definitely for the cost for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use our yarn if I wanted to. But you know what? These prayer shawls get used to death. They're in nursing homes.
You want them to really be hard wearing.
They need to be able to be washed easily. The last thing you want it to be is a burden to someone.
Totally.
You know, like, so I did go back and got Gorgeous, which I left upstairs, and I almost finished one of them. And I'm enjoing it just as much. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
The suspense has been building, so we get to this bin with these.
I wonder if they even know what we're talking about.
They probably do. These giant balls of yarn. And she throws one at me. She was like, Mom, we need to make these right now. We'll go home tonight. And
We'll make them in an hour.
We'll make them in an hour. And I'm like, yeah, let's.
You were like, are you sure?
Was I? I think I was.
And then I was like, oh, I don't know. What do you think? And then I think we went back and forth. And then one of the workers was walking by because there was no price.
Oh, yeah. She told us the price.
And I was like, could you please help us? Like, could you tell us how much
She
these
was
cost?
so lovely.
She was so nice.
They were
And
like practically free.
they were like, what, $30? They're on sale. I think they're still on sale right now.
Hard to find.
I don't know. Our Joanne's had them.
Oh, we should go up to the Pier and Enfield.
We can. Who else do you need to make them?
I'm making them for the whole entire
And I
world.
think this is the funniest part of all is Mom took to it like a fish to water. She became obsessed. And I like started and I loved it and it was so fun. And then I put it down for a bit. Mom was like,
oh yeah, I couldn't stop. Well, also I feel like my head, because of all these changes, I can't keep a thought in my head. I'm always thinking about what I have to do and what day is it. And so for me, this is sheer heaven.
just like blissful, mindless knitting.
Yes. And so I said, look, Chelsea, it's the size of my head. And she was like, Mom, it's like the size of 3 heads.
If that was the size of your head, I'd be really worried. Oh my Lord. It is called Cover Story. It is by Lion Brand. It is 100% polyester. It is.
It's chenille.
Yes. This is the one I'm making for myself.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, do you remember when I was like, I'm going to have to break the end of this yarn, but I don't have a pair of scissors. I thought it was going to take the force of 1,000 men. And I was like, the face I was making must have been hysterical because I really thought like, I'm going to try my hardest and it's not going to work.
But you know what I'm a little worried about, because they are heavy. I hope like they don't like rip apart.
No.
I don't know.
No, there's no way quality control would provide a pattern.
Yes.
With this yarn, with the understanding.
Okay, so let's talk about quality control, because I was on the Lion Brand site, because I do go on the Lion Brand site a lot. Now.
Yes.
And somebody said, oh, I was so disappointed. I found knots.
I saw that too.
In order for it to pass everything, it can have no more than 4 knots. And their response was so lovely. They were like, you have to. How can you not? There's no
such thing as a string of yarn this long.
Right. But the response, if you find more than 4, please let us know. That is not allowed.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know that I found 4. I think I
had 3.
I would say I probably have 3.
Yeah. But they're so, because it's such a plush, like, dense fabric, you don't even see it. It just sinks right into the fabric.
Okay, little public service announcement. You can't make it in a night. Don't even think for a minute you can.
Not even close. Took me a month.
No, it takes me about 2 weeks.
It took me a month.
Well, you also made stuff in between, like
I did.
tank tops, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So our goal was to make each of the girls one. Are we like putting it with their? We're not like giving it to them for Easter, because.
What should we do? I don't know.
I think we'll just put them by their basket.
Yeah, it's just like a little
from
gift.
Grammy and Mommy.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to make them for Easter, but of course we make them in front of them. And
Oh yeah, Lily knew 100% the whole time I was knitting her. She was like, "Are you done with my blanket, Mommy?"
Okay, so let's show.
All right. Okay, but also first, I understand the environmental implications of polyester yarn.
Totally do.
We really do, and we know that it's a thing. And my response to that, because it's been brought up and I do understand it,
Yes.
I do the best I can. Do you know what I mean? Like, I do so much other to help the environment that I just feel like I need a little bit of wiggle room. Most of the time, we knit with really pristine. But sometimes in life...
And you know what? We're making these for small children.
The washable, dryable... Well, this one's for me. But.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, two of
I'm
mine
a
are
small
for
child.
adults. Most of them were
Let's be honest. Adults are just as messy as small children.
and they need to be washed.
At least this adult is.
Yes. And it's already out in the world. We didn't bring it into the world.
Right.
Does that help at all? No, maybe not.
I don't know.
We don't need to make excuses.
Know.
We fell in love with it. We do the best we can.
We use the reusable straws, the reusable bags. I use laundry sheets now instead of the detergent, which I will give you some to try them out because they're amazing. Instead of the detergent.
I didn't even know what that was.
It's soap that's in a laundry sheet. It's a sheet.
And you just throw it in?
And you throw it in and it dissolves. And it's in a cardboard box.
Oh.
I got a year's supply. So I'm going to give you a box. And
you can try it out. Couple.
Yeah.
And it's safe for the washers?
It's safe for everything. HE washers, regular washers. And it's $12 a box.
Oh, I'm on it. Okay, see?
So we do our best. We compost, but there are
times in the world when we're just human.
We just need a little grace.
Yeah, just a little.
I'm asking for grace so that I can knit this polyester blanket without the world's guilt on my shoulders. No, please.
I know.
But
it's okay. It's okay.
I do understand the concern, and it is a valid concern. I wanted to address it because I know it's a thing.
Yes, we agree.
Okay, but that being said, and I think we're going to need to do something really silly so that this can be the cover. Our thumbnail. Are you guys ready to be a part of our thumbnail right now? I feel like it should be...
Oh my God, they're going to be...
Oh, look at... And the battery's going to die on us. We broke the camera. Okay, let me switch the battery and then we'll get back.
We'll be right back.
But it's okay. All right, we're back.
Okay. Change zoom magnification, but then it went away.
I think it's just a little...
Okay. So here it is.
We're back.
This one is Charlie's. I still have to weave in this end.
Yes, it was the inspiration for the Charlie Sue colorway.
It was. It was the inspiration.
So good.
I love it so much.
She's going to love it. Purple's her favorite color right now.
It's just dreamy. And I was thinking, I have to weave in the ends. There's two.
There's two.
There's two. I was thinking ends everywhere. No.
Do you think we should wash them?
We can.
What
if we washed them and they all fell apart?
I would
die.
I would
I'd have to return
hop a plane, go to Lion Brand headquarters, and hand them the tattered remains of my blanket.
No, they're not gonna.
They're not going to.
I love it. I love it.
The coziness factor, like this is a pillow.
Oh.
This is something you hug at night. It's
perfect.
It's the entire reason I cannot wait to knit my own.
And I have another one that just needs to be bound off because I'm obsessed.
Do you want to show them that one?
I'm going to show them. It's a little chilly down here, so let's just keep them
on.
So me being me, like this is a really part of my personality that there are times I really try to work on. I'm really not good at it. Mm-hmm. Once I make something that I love, I have to make it for everyone.
You do that.
It's my personality. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, so all my little great nieces and nephews, I don't think anyone watches this. They'll get one for Christmas. Mm-hmm. They're all getting one. Mm-hmm. And so I have 3 balls coming any minute. It was supposed to be here the 13th.
Oh, wow.
I know. It got held up.
It's okay. You have other blankets to make in the meantime.
I do. I have two that we won't talk about.
Yeah.
But, and then, so this is little Frankie's. And you use practically the whole ball. I'm going to have a little too much left. It's so huge. This is Frankie's.
I love it. Now, I want to be able to share the pattern name, and I know it, but I can't remember it.
Is it on the back of your cover?
Let me take a look, because I know there's more than one pattern that is featured.
Yes, and I didn't like the one that came with this.
Convoy, or the Rumor Afghan. Yeah, see, this is not the one.
This is the new one.
This is the new one, and there's no photo of it.
No, this is more like a checker block one, I think.
This is knit. Knit 3, purl to the last 3, knit 3. Repeat. Oh, yeah, that is it.
It is it.
Rumor. This one was not. This is not it, though. See, size 15. No.
And we're using size 11.
Yeah, we're using size 11.
Size 11. This is what I did. Cast on 75 stitches, knit 4 rows. Again, knit 6 if you want. It doesn't matter. Knit 4 rows, and then begin and end every single row with a knit 3 with stockinette in between, which means knit a row, purl a row.
See, okay, this is where our confusion lies. Here it says to use size 11 needles. Here it says to use... Where did that go?
Sure it's not 11 millimeters? No,
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 11 millimeter.
Oh.
Shoot, were we supposed to be using size 15?
Probably.
Can you imagine how much bare these blankets would be with a size 15?
No, because it would eat up more. I always get confused by this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It'll eat up more
yarn. It would probably be more of a square.
And it'd be very loose.
It would be very loose.
Okay, so y'all, the texture.
I've been recommending the wrong size needles to everybody who has asked. But where did I just see size 15? Oh, right here. Size 15, 10 millimeter.
Which is, we have 11.
Oh. No, but how many millimeters is this? Is it on here? I'm so bad I don't know.
No, but I mean, we have size 11.
Needles. It's 8 millimeters.
Oh, so that'd be probably 13s or 15s.
Oh, wait. 8 millimeter. Size 11, 8 millimeter.
We are just completely confusing everyone.
I'm sorry. Use whatever size needle you want. We use size 11.
Truly, and it's mostly just knitting and purling. The reason you do your knit 3 on the ends and at the is to stop curling. That's all. You all know that.
All you need to know is we use size 11 needles. We cast on 74 stitches.
And I have to knit one more row.
Here's your knit 4 rows.
Yeah.
So this one is called the Rumor Afghan. It seems exactly the same as the other one, so maybe they just renamed it. I don't know. It's called the Rumor Afghan. Size 11 needles, 74 stitches.
Now,
do with it what you like.
I will say that it can be pricey at full price. I want to say 50.
$50, which is why I'm pretty sure
29.
If it's still, who was it? I think Cindy got one on sale for like, I want to say like $11 or like $13 or something. You can get it at a good price if you just keep your eyes peeled.
Well, we've cost quite a flurry, I think. Not really.
No, I don't think so either.
Not for Lion Brand.
But I will link Joann's, because Joann's is where I've been finding them on sale online the most. So if it is still on sale, I'll link it below. If it isn't, I won't, because it'll be such a tease.
Well, people might...
I'll still
if you're only making one, yeah, I would pay $50. I wouldn't be making it for all the little. I would for our girls.
Yeah,
we would make them each one.
I guess I would.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's my knitting.
I have one more thing to show knitting-wise. What do you have?
My sock.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure I have 100 pairs of socks up there that I've knit, or 10, but I can't remember time to time.
All right, so let me show you. Again, this is a big box purchase because I wanted to start this sweater. I didn't know if I had enough yardage in any of my stash, and honestly, I wanted to cast it on. I wanted a specific color. They had it. I found it. I bought it.
It's gorgeous.
$11 for an entire sweater.
It's gorgeous.
It is.
I can't believe you bought that.
4 skeins of this.
It's gorgeous.
It is Craft Smart Value in the blush colorway. Where is it? Blush.
You love that colorway right now.
I am so into it. My phone case is blush.
You're right.
Everything is blush right now. My shirt is blush. I don't know what's going on.
You're blush.
I'm just blush all over. So it is 100% acrylic yarn, though from the feel of it, to me, I don't know if it's because I've been using it now for a while. Does it feel like acrylic to you when you touch it?
It doesn't feel like wool, let's say that, but it doesn't feel like plastic either. It's got a really nice feel. It's got a really nice drape.
Little halo on it.
Yep.
It really is very impressive for being an acrylic yarn.
Yes, and I have to say, if I just saw this on your body, I'd be like, whoa, that's...
Everyone has asked me, what yarn is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Craft Smart Value from Michaels. That's what it is.
I love it.
It is, and honestly, the stitch okay, let me show you the sweater now.
Yes.
I'm making the Seasons cardigan by Ozetta. I always want to say Odessa, but I'm pretty sure that's a musician of some sort.
Okay.
Ozetta. I do have a project page for it. It is in half fisherman's rib.
I love it. So brioche-like without being brioche.
It is. It looks like brioche without being brioche. It has the squish factor of brioche. I think next time we're going to pull the table out so that we're not directly below.
Underneath. Yeah.
So, come on camera. You can do it. Okay, there we go. It is lovely. The raglan increases are so neat and tidy.
The stitch definition is just beautiful.
It's amazing. I love it so much. I'm knitting a size medium. Using size. Okay, so this is a really interesting part about this pattern.
Yes.
For the neckband or the button band, as it were, this, you keep DPNs on the end so that you can knit it as one row. So you're not doing an applied button band, which to me is like amazing, because anytime I know there's an applied button band after the fiasco with the Comfort Fade Cardi, I won't do it.
Yeah, I do. I've kind of mastered it. But, I was just going to say something about that. Darn it, I lost my train of thought.
Well, I feel like that's kind of what's keeping you...
It's definitely what's holding me back. But what I am going to give you as a word of warning, don't get too carried away with knitting before you check out where those button bands go.
So I already know.
Oh, good.
Because I need to do an inch from right here.
Oh, perfect.
And then when an inch, you do the first one.
Oh,
and there's
perfect.
a video tutorial on how to do it in her pattern. I haven't done it yet, obviously, but I think it's going to fit me so nice.
It already fits you so nice.
Yeah, it's going to be, and again, it's acrylic yarn, so it's not going to grow. I don't even know if there's any point in blocking it. I probably will just give it a nice little wash.
A soak, yep.
But yeah, it fits nice. I will try to remember to put a photo of it finished here. It is going to be...
Is it short or long or average?
Normal.
Just
not long, just a normal, like at the waist, I think. I need to find buttons for it.
Yes.
It is such a fun pattern to knit.
Okay, so I should have brought it down, but I haven't printed it off yet. I am going to make the pullover. Because I have already made... the waves of change, the cardigans.
Yeah, you have a lot of, I don't have any cardigans.
Yeah, and I'm really living in those, although I may still go to this one. This is such a classic look for me.
So classic.
It's so old school. The thing for me is that with the cardigan, or the pullover, it's worked in the round, obviously.
Yes.
Top down. You can't, I'm going to say this, I could be wrong, but you can't do the helical knitting with that pattern.
I would not try it.
No, I would find it to be impossible. And I am going to use our non-superwash tuxedo. I already have a sweater started out of it, which is a cardigan, and I like it, but I don't have a lot done. It's the bee's knees cardigan. It is beautiful, but it's, I don't know, I'm just not going back to it.
It's not drawing you back in.
It's not drawing me back in.
And you're not like dreaming of it in your closet.
No, and it's one piece, which this is, but again, you're gonna have some really good structure, like integrity around it, where with the, no, this is the non-superwash, so I will, but I do believe I like seaming sweaters like that.
Yeah.
I really do, and it isn't a seam sweater. So long story short, I think I'm going to take some of the yarn that I haven't used yet and try it. I am a little concerned because it's hand-dyed that there's going to be lines, but maybe not.
So how are you going to do it? Are you going to alternate, or are you just going to do one skein, two skein?
I'm just going to do it.
And are you going to, so you're not going to dye yourself a fresh batch in one pan?
This was all dyed in one pan.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's still tuxedo.
So I also want to knit the pullover after I'm done with this one. And I'm really thinking I'm going to have you dye me up a sweater's quantity of sage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I just like, we'll show you all the new colorways in a minute, but just for the sake of this conversation, I love this new green. I think it would go really nicely.
It's gorgeous. It would be gorgeous on you. This is such an old school sweater. Dad had one of these in cream.
Oh, I think I remember it.
Probably.
Wasn't it in like a cotton blend or something? I remember it not being super woolly. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different sweater altogether.
I can't remember. I mean, he wore it to shreds. It was like the sweater.
I know exactly what you're thinking
Everybody here will know the year of that sweater. Was it 80s or 90s? 80s, probably. I feel like 80s. It was a real look.
I love it.
I love it.
Well, okay, and so the last thing I'll say is when you're doing half fisherman's rib flat like this, there is little to no purling.
Oh, God, I love it.
So when we do the pullover, it'll be a round of fisherman's rib, a round of purling, a round of fisherman's rib, a round of purling. But because this is flat, the purling row is actually knitting. It's so nice.
I've made a million scarves with this ribbing because they have such a nice feel to them. I've made them out of cashmere. This was years ago. I'm pretty sure Dad lost his. It was black cashmere. It was gorgeous.
So good.
Yeah. So it's kind of a classic.
10 out of 10 would recommend this pattern.
And how did you find it? Was it Maria?
Maria
was test knitting.
Woolen Forest. She is currently still test knitting. I think it's a jacket by Ozetta. She's knitting it in black yarn. They knit so many things out of black yarn. It makes my eyes hurt, but oh my God, they do. Oh. They're gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see her test finished.
Can't wait.
And if you go to Ozetta's Ravelry page,
so good.
They're just all so classic.
They are.
So
when
classic.
You sent me that link, I was like, oh my gosh, I could make all of these.
Everything. There isn't a single thing there that I wouldn't make.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, so that's all the knitting I have to show. You have one more thing.
The only reason I should have brought down sock blockers. I really wanted to show it because this is I think this is one of my all-time favorite colorways I've ever dyed.
It is beautiful.
I think, oh man, Sue. Holy moly.
There we go.
So it is, what is Crunkled?
By Kay Jones.
By Kay Jones with Skittles. If this doesn't look like a bag of Skittles, nothing does.
Get it a little bit closer. Come on.
I know. I feel like the skein shows it even better.
I always find it so interesting to see it knit up as well, though. Same. And you know what else I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take some B-roll and just like on the table here, and I'll take video because it's really hard right now with the shadow. We're back.
We're back. I say start with
Mother's Day. Okay, we're going to go into some shop talk because we have no space left in this card, and I don't have another one. So,
oh boy.
Oh, I did want to show the capes. We'll do that if there's time at the end. Okay. So, we are doing our first ever Precious Parcel yarn box, which is kind of what I'm calling it. But it's really just like a really finely curated box of goodies from all different kinds of makers. And this month, not this month, this parcel is Mother's Day themed. Well, no. It's for Mother's Day.
It's for Mother's Day.
With a gardening theme.
Yes.
So
I get so confused of which is which. And you did a beautiful video on this.
Yes, you can absolutely go over to our last YouTube video to see all of these in detail. I'm going to show you the colorway and then just give you a sneak peek at the other things. So here is Potting Shed. It is an exclusive colorway to this box, and we will likely not release it. It will be a long while if we do.
It's very rare that we release things after, because we've done a lot of boxes with people and things like that. It's very rare.
Yeah, it doesn't happen super often.
Yeah, certain ones I have, but a lot of them I haven't.
I don't know why this is not. There we go. There we go. Now it's focusing. So here it is in skein form. It's one of my favorites. I'm so excited to have a skein to knit for myself. Here it is in swatch form. And again, head over to the last video I posted. You'll see all of this in fine detail. And then, oh my gosh, you still haven't even smelled these yet.
No, I haven't even seen them. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I want them all.
We partnered with Caitlin of Woolen & Co. and she created a custom scent, I know, for us to use for this knitter's balm for your hands. Look at that soap.
This is stunning.
It's gorgeous. Wool wash. It is just, I love the packaging.
Love it.
I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because again, oh my God, we have a video on it. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use some because I'm gonna take this as my own.
Yes, and
I'm gonna give you
I have never used wool wash in this form.
It's all I use.
Same. Well, I say I had never, and then I ran out of all my traditional ones, and I found, it's one of hers. I found it and I started using it. Oh my gosh, so I just lather it.
Same.
Like in the water, I lather it, and then I put the item in, and then I keep the water running and I lather it again. I love them so much more.
They're phenomenal. And they last so long.
Well, and again, the past, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Cactus flower.
Cactus flower. And then, again, the wash. Now, this one is yours. Sierra sent us each one.
Oh, Sierra, thank you.
And I'm going to put mine on my sweater when I'm done here.
Oh my God.
Sierra of Owls and Orchids. We have been partnering with her lately. We will have more fun goodies coming to you guys from her in the very near future for some of our kits. Where did her business card just go? It just had it. Hang on, I know it's here. What on earth? Hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay, here is her business card. She is on Etsy. I will link her Etsy shop down below. So you will get a business card of hers with all of her information, but
they are beautiful.
You've got to take a look at these stitch markers.
Oh, nice.
They are absolutely stunning. It might be hard to see here, but I have photos over on Instagram.
They're exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my God, aren't they gorgeous?
She was amazing to work with too, because she had sent a few and we're like, oh, we like them, but we're thinking this, and then she nailed it really quickly.
Yes.
Really quickly.
Yes, she is wonderful to work with. So is Caitlin. All of the small makers that we've been working with so far are just
amazing.
Phenomenal. So yes, aren't you so excited?
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna put it on my sweater now.
And it can be, you talked about this on the video, a stitch marker or a progress keeper.
Because as a stitch, where when the clasp is closed, it is a perfect circle. So it moves really nicely from needle to needle.
I love that because I always go to use a progress keeper as a stitch marker and it never works.
Never works because of the lobster.
Yeah. Love it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yes, I know.
Love it.
I'm going to send her a skein of yarn too.
Yes.
So that is one really fun goodie that we have in the shop now. If you want it by Mother's Day, I'd say order it sooner rather than later. But I will be really good. I'm shipping these out from Vermont. So I will be really good about when I get an order in, shipping them right out. Because, well, we almost have all the parts yet.
Yeah, we haven't started yet. We all have almost all the parts.
Yes, I'm going to put this box on your...
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited.
Okay, so that's number one thing that we wanted to show you because Mother's Day is coming up, and for anybody that is looking for a special treat for the maker in your life.
Or yourself.
Or yourself. Treat yourself.
Honest, I buy my own Mother's Day present.
A lot of people do.
Yeah, a lot of people do. It's, you know what, why not? If we know what we want.
Well, and I also mentioned, I can't remember if it was on Instagram or in that video, but we know Mother's Day can be really hard for some people.
Yes.
And we also wanted to use this as an extension of love from us to you. If you have a hard time on Mother's Day, you can treat yourself to a nice little box and know that we are there with you and thinking of you. So
yes, I usually buy quite a few things because I'll be like, this will be for Mother's Day, but I won't tell Dad. And then something better comes up. It's like, this will be for...
I didn't get my Mother's Day gift yet, so...
I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
I know. So, okay, so that is the number one thing. Then I think, should we just talk about the yarn that we have in the shop now and maybe do this next time?
Yes.
Okay. So now we wanted to show you our Sweet Shops collection because that is the most recent collection.
It's my favorite.
Aside from the sisters, which, did we bring the sisters over?
No. The Sweet Shop.
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
Okay, so like we were saying...
Our new collection.
We have Sweet Shops. These are just our most recent things that we've dyed up.
They're not super, like, we've sold a lot of them, but for those of you who haven't been in touch or have the newsletter, oh my gosh, I love this collection so much.
It's so good.
And when I started it, I wasn't like, oh, I can't wait. I was just like, oh, send me some. You had sent me a lot of good pictures and your thoughts. And then they're not showing up beautifully at all. Definitely go look on the website.
Follow us on Instagram.
Feed. Yeah, Instagram feed.
Yep.
I think this is one of the best colors I've ever dyed.
Skittles. It's very much in the same vein as Kirk to me. Like, where it's the perfect speckled skein.
It is. It's not the same colors as Kirk, but it's the same feel as Kirk.
Same feel, exactly.
And that was my goal because he is one of my favorites. And we can't, I mean, Kirk just flies out of here.
Yeah, we can't keep him in stock.
Yeah, it flies. But, and you know what it is with, I was looking at this the other day. It's so clean.
Yes.
The colors are so clean. It's just, I love it so much.
Same. I'm going to wear Lily's blanket.
Wear a blanket. So we have Skittles, chocolate-covered cherries.
So good.
I love Sweet Shop.
I do too. Natalie does too.
I love Sweet Shop. I think it's the sweetest colors. Oh, I forgot to bring down Wonder. I'll grab it.
Right over here. I got it.
And then After Dinner Mints, which is so soft.
Do you want DK
delicious.
or here? I'll give you a little cozy toes action.
So we did this, we kind of started it last year, our signature colorway of the year. And last year's was Imaginarium, and this year is Wonder. I love Wonder. Again, I feel like it's really not reading terrific.
Head to the website, head to Instagram.
Yeah.
I will try to remember to do some B-roll if I can find some space on the card.
Yes.
The other collection, it's not even a collection, a pairing of colors.
Sisters.
That we, that Mom dyed up was Liliana and Charlie Sue, and I love them.
I love them.
Here they are. There we go. That's a good representation.
And what was I going to say? Something else around that. Well, they all come in sock sets. Like they come in all the...
Yeah, you can get them in all the different ways.
and in different sock sets and all of that.
This is just not convenient anymore.
One of the new things, though, that we're putting in the shop this weekend is the micro skeins.
Or micro bundles.
Micro bundles of all your tonals that go with so many things. I love them so much. This is our new colorway, Sage. I love it. It comes in all of the...
And that's what I think I'm going to make my Seasons pullover with.
Oh, gorgeous. And mint.
Mint. And
Those
then
are
also this is the brand.
Oh, Robin's Egg.
And Robin's Egg.
Robin Eggs. I love this so much. And then our Fox Paws.
Which is one of my all-time favorites.
And Dry Roast. So the combination is amazing. But then what we're doing is adding on, picking the colorways that go best with these as speckles. And we're offering as add-ons Wonder, Charlie Sue, or Cousin Eddie, which I love Cousin Eddie so much.
I think it goes so well with the combination that we have.
Yeah, so that's one of our newest, like, kind of fun packages we're doing.
And in our minds, we're like, you know, coloring work. Why do I keep saying that?
Coloring work, like color work?
Fingering weight, color work, sweater yoke. You could buy that and then get also a main color if you do something, if you want to knit a sweater. Great for like striped socks. It's just kind of good for everything. A little stash enhancement if you're in need of tonals.
Heels, toes, and cuffs.
Heels,
I
toes,
love
and
these
cuffs.
colors so much.
I do too. I really do
I
too.
had so much fun dyeing them yesterday.
And if you wanted even more like full skeins, we could bundle those up for you. But
oh, here we have it right here.
yeah. And then dry roast, but we just don't have that one.
We don't have the dry roast right here, yeah. So excited.
Yes.
Also, for any of you doing the New Jersey Wool Walk this year, unfortunately, we won't be there.
I know.
So sad about it.
We're super bummed, but
yeah,
hopefully next year.
Hopefully.
We just have a packed schedule lately.
We do. And then these
bike rides
coming that you guys all do. And But this is, we have been doing colorways for them. This is the 5th year, and it is called Shipwreck.
And it's for Paige, her shop, Frame and Fiber in New Jersey. I love it. And so we also have sent along these 3. Just these
two for sure to go with it. Okay. If you wanted to do like a shawl. And this colorway will only be available in Paige's shop.
Yep.
And she does have an online, she has an Etsy shop, I know. So it's going to be there. So if you want this colorway, you have to get it from Paige for quite a while. Again, probably this one, we do carry all her colors, like Octopus's Garden and all of those.
But it won't be for a while.
It'll be probably 8 months to a year.
And so if you get, say you get this colorway and you get the pairings when you're at Paige's shop and you really like the idea of pairing it with fox paws, then you can come to us, because I don't think we sent fox paws.
I don't think so. And it goes so good with it.
It does. It does. It's okay, but we have colors available, and I feel like the last thing we can say when it comes to the shop, if you're looking for anything, even if it's just one skein of something, email us. We do our absolute best to accommodate any request that comes through.
Well, especially now that you're so dedicated and you have the time to be dedicated, as you are in charge of emails, so you'll no longer get those, yep, I like it, or 2 words from Sue. Every once in a while, I'll throw, if it's something like comes through that I see that it's just really all me and it's just easier to answer it, you'll get your 2 to 5 words answer. Otherwise, you will get a beautifully written email from Chelsea.
We're going to call you 2 words Sue
2 words Sue. I know. I can't.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's to the point.
It is so, that is who I am.
That's okay. Okay, I actually lied. Last thing. We have added discounts to the shop. Anytime I'm home in the shop, I try my best to collect all of the yarn that we are trying to get out of the shop to make way for new. So I have added new discounts. I will put the link down below. I'm going to be adding mini bundles that should be up by the time this is up. So we have mini bundles, fingering weight bundles, DK weight bundles, sweaters quantities, sock kits, lots of fun stuff for a heavy discount.
Yes. And those quite often are the ones, it's funny because I'm trying out new colors or or a color breaks in it that I'm like, that's just too much. I can't sell it for full price. So I usually, you are so organized, except the bin is gone. There was a bin for those.
For the, there's the go backs right there, and the discount bin is below my feet right now.
Go backs and discounts. So during the week, I was feeling really guilty every time I put something on the ping pong table. It's like, I'm creating such a mess for Chelsea already.
No, it was totally fine.
I know. So we have bins that I throw things in. So yeah.
And if there's ever like a set or a skein with a really like obvious blemish, like right now we have 4 skeins of DK Weight and Sally Owens, but there are red spots scattered throughout all of them. I will put it in the description so that you know what you're getting. And a lot of times I photograph any blemishes that are there because you never know. Like they're all uniformly blemished.
Yeah, right.
They're all the same. So anyways.
You don't. Or you might just want to use it for heels, toes, and cuffs, and that's not going to be in your way. I cannot throw away yarn. I can not even throw away, like, because I am a big
donator.
I have a really hard time with anything yarn, fabric. Okay, we have enough time to show the capes.
They're so cute. Okay, you guys, I made the girls Easter cape. This has got to be the last thing. Okay, but I have a sewing machine now. I sew. I made the girls superhero capes to put in their Easter baskets. Of course, they know about them already. It's fine.
It's all right.
So this is Charlie's. I had her write her name, which is what she did here, in a fabric pen. And I just used fat quarters for all of this, except for the backing. I got a yard of this and then a yard of Lily's as well, and I cut out a letter C and sewed it on there. There's a little drawstring feature for Charlie's, which I'm gonna go back and do for Lily's, but you can see.
Look at you with your zigzag.
It reinforces it so nicely.
She's such a pro.
I'm such a pro.
I just love how casual, because they're perfect.
Well, they're not perfect, but they're perfect for them.
They're perfect for what they are, and I just love it.
I do too. I just feel like the fabrics are so suiting for them. And then I made the drawstring here where I just folded it inside out, sewed it. It was such a pain trying to get it the right side in, but anyways, I think it's going to be really sweet on her. And then Lily's, of course, is bright and colorful.
I love this fabric. Is so me.
I love it. I think it's so sweet. And what I did is we have these perfectly square play silks that the girls use for capes now, and I kind of roughly used that to measure and all of that. And then for Lily's, again, I got a yard of this. Everything else here is fat quarters.
Love it.
Put a little L here for her. And then, so this is the difference between the tops. And I want to go back and do the drawstring for Lily, because here I just folded the top down and sewed on this red satin ribbon. I'm curious to see how it fits on her neck. I just don't want it to choke her. And I'm afraid the ribbon is so thin that it could pull really tightly, because these aren't the lightest things in the world.
Oh, they're not. They're really sturdy. It's beautiful.
But my favorite part, she wrote her name. I love it so much. So I feel like I might even find a thinner fabric pen and write like the year down at the bottom of the capes. That way we know how old they were.
They are very into identifying their stuff by having their names on it.
Lily specifically.
So there's no arguments.
And that's just it, honestly.
It's great.
Yep.
It's like, no, this says Lily.
Yep. And they
both know, like Charlie knows when it's her name.
Yep.
Yep. Charlie knows how to spell her name. She does.
She's a smarty pants.
They're both all kids are smarty pants. They're fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Kids are just so smart.
Agreed.
Is that Winnie snoring?
I think it's Romo snoring.
Oh, he's below.
He's got quite the snore on him.
Yes. Well, this has been so fun. Just definitely sign up. Will you have a link to sign up for the newsletter?
I'll have a link for our newsletter. I'll have a link to Instagram, which is where we are mostly. I did just open a new Facebook page for us. So if you're on Facebook primarily, look us up.
Yes.
Certainly
our
not as active there, though.
But you put everything there.
I do my best. I just link things.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'll get a new memory card for next time. This is so choppy.
Look, we didn't even create a huge mess.
No, well, because it all belongs down here anyway.
This looks really nice. I'll take a picture. This has been so fun.
So fun. Thank you for hanging out with us. I believe you were saying before we got cut off, definitely subscribe to the newsletter. It's where you're going to hear about all of our product updates, podcasts, things like that.
I love, because I get notified, I think it must come to our business account.
It does.
And not always, but every once in a while, like, I have to go look at it. I love your newsletters.
They're fun to make. I like them.
Well, they're very succinct. You know me, again.
I try not to do too much info.
Yeah, very to the point of what we're offering, and
And before we say goodbye, we do have all of our holiday offerings up on our website now. If you were waiting to hear about those, we got so many questions about them.
They're so good, you guys.
We have quite a few. So we are not doing a traditional Advent like we said last year, but we do have quite a few different options for you. So head over to our website, check them out.
They're beautiful. So we have our, I won't know.
A Very Dickens Christmas, which is 4 micro sock sets as well as some goodies.
So you can open them every Advent Sunday if you would like.
Yep, so you can do a pair of socks a week. We also have our homemade Christmas, which is 12 mini skeins. So you can do with a project pattern, 2 project patterns from our dear friend Natalie of Remembrances Pottery. I paused there, not because I didn't remember your name, Natalie, because I wasn't sure if we were disclosing that.
Yes,
but we are.
We have. Yes.
So yes, you can open up a mini skein every other day, add it to you can do whatever you want with it, but that's what we're doing as far as mini skeins.
The Halloween one.
We have our Halloween, our Witchy Wonders Halloween
fantastic.
Mini skein set, which will come with a pattern from Natalie, 13 mini skeins.
It's a fantastic pattern from
They
Natalie.
all are. They
all are. But it's unique. It's fun. It's very Halloween-y. We've had questions. It's very Halloween-y.
It's very Halloween-y. It's not. So we've gotten an email from someone saying they thought the colors would be more autumnal. It is very much Halloween. So do not think of like browns and greens and crunchy, earthy things. These are like bright, vibrant, zingy, Halloween-y colors.
It's what the pattern requires.
Yes. So that's what to expect with those mini skeins.
I love it so much.
And the very last thing that we have listed is the 8 skeins of Hanukkah. It is up, and there will be extra goodies this year from other small makers. We are partnering up with Sierra for sure for a couple of them, and it will continue to develop as we set things in.
I'm so happy how excited I am about all of them because I couldn't muster up the excitement for Advent for another year.
Yeah.
I just didn't have what it takes. but I have so much more than what it takes for these.
Well, because your creativity wasn't challenged anymore, I feel like, with the Advent. It was really just kind of pumping out the work.
It was because of the numbers. There was we would sell a lot. It just felt like I wasn't going to be able to put out the product I wanted to put out. That's the main reason, more than anything else. Is I was really questioning whether I'd be able to do it the way that I wanted us represented.
Yeah.
So yeah. And last but not least, if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
I'm so excited we're going to be together. I haven't even started cooking.
We'll do that today. And we're going to be doing an Easter egg hunt with the girls. I'm hoping to do a little vlog.
Yes.
So, but I will probably put that up on Patreon.
Yes.
That'll probably be a Patreon. We got cut off for the
done.
last time. This camera is going down. All right, y'all.
All right, you guys. We'll be back probably within about a month.
Yes, about a month. Thank you for being here. Happy Easter. We'll see you next
Easter.
time. Needles up. Bye.
Bye.